If you're looking for the latest and greatest strategies regarding carbs, fasting, which supplements to take, then you're going to want to check this video out. This is one of my latest and most popular trainings from my private group, and I wanted to provide you guys an opportunity to learn this completely free. Check it out, and I look forward to hearing from your success in the comments. This is the whole calories versus hormones. Calories do matter. Hormones control them more or less, but if you're in a caloric surplus, you gain weight. If you're in a caloric deficit, you lose weight. That's the reality. It doesn't matter whether it's all fat, all protein, all carbs. But within that framework, what I'm saying to you guys, because remember, my goal is to make things as sustainably as possible, which means as easy as possible. The benefits of those long fasts where you are experiencing metabolic downregulation and you consider still doing it, it's mostly centered around cellular autophagy. Cellular autophagy and just simple stress resilience that your body develops from being able to tolerate such a high level of stress. That's a high level of stress. And so you are challenging your body and making it cope and adapt. And so I would say the main benefit of doing those really long fasts is cellular autophagy. We can go a lot more and expand on that for a while, but keeping it in a category that's so we can keep moving. Cellular autophagy, which also means anti-inflammation, but it goes much deeper than that. If you start doing those longer fasts too frequently, you're going to hit a plateau and you'll stop losing fat. So again, the body is constantly trying to adapt, and it is in the process of adaptation to stress which yields the benefit to your health. But once it adapts, and continuing to do that same stressor will no longer yield the same type of improvement in our health. So let that sink in, because that is the reason why we need to switch it up. And that's the reason why you always have to increase the amount of weight you're pushing or pulling or squatting, depending on what weightlifting you're doing. But that's a great example. You constantly have to increase the reps or increase the weight or slow down the tempo or something to improve or to increase the stress in order to continue to get a response in the positive direction. Otherwise, I've seen men and women lift for years with no improvement. They're burning some calories, but as far as their muscles are concerned, no improvement. So when they really wanted to, because they failed to apply that principle. So fasting's no different, guys. For my veterans in this program who are months into this and things are going great, a good self-check question to ask yourself is, how easy is the fasting now? Okay? Now you have to consider how much appetite suppression you're taking, but if the fasting is really easy, like 48 hours, no problem at all, then you probably are adapted to the fasting. So on a difficulty scale of 1 to 10 in the beginning, you start this and it's like an 8 or 9, and you start doing it more often and it starts becoming more of a 7 and a 6 and a 5, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's easier, I can do it. It's easier, not easy. Easier, not easy, okay? So all of a sudden it becomes very easy. Then again, as we've discussed, your body has figured out how to do that and adapt. So how do we prevent this? We don't want to wait for that to happen. And so the way that we vary our flow protocol fasting, after you've done a full month of 48 hours per week, it is a good idea to take 1 week per month and switch up your fasting. And there's, I wouldn't say an infinite amount of ways to switch it up, but there's quite a few. And there's really no way to say which one's better. It's totally a guess. And it's not even a guess. It's like whatever you want to do, honestly, because the whole point is just switch it up. Throw a wrench in it. So this is where you can do a 72, guys, if you want to be aggressive. But essentially, to summarize it, it's changing the duration and or playing with the frequency. Do not go 2 48s in a week. That would be a lot. But a 72 could be a work. 236s would probably be very aggressive, but doable. 236s, 172, 224s, 324s with a day in between. Low carb for the whole week. Low carb in a 24. Like, you see how you can play with this so much? And the more you do, the more intense it is. I want you guys to live the lifestyle, and I want it to be doable. And it's got to be easy enough so that you can do this for the rest of your life. If you guys found that informative and helpful regarding tips and tricks for lasting weight loss, then you're gonna wanna watch this next video where I break down even more strategies and the things that I find most effective for my private paying group. I hope you guys enjoy.